I don't go to the emergency room for almost nothing. Hey, Christina. Hey, Storm. But when I tell you last night, I haven't checked it here. Hey, Hippie. Hey, Great Balls of Fire. Last night I woke up about 11, well, about 1 o'clock actually. This thing will tell me exactly when it was. Yo, hang on. I'm trying to get back to the past. 1:02 a.m. I said, man, I don't feel right. Got up, came over, sat down in the chair, got my blood pressure checker out, and it had spiked to 214 over 129. And I was like, holy crap. Uh, Wendy, I will definitely try that. I just have to get both of those. I don't have either one of them. So I'm not a big pepper person. But yeah, so it jumped up to 214 over 129. And I sit here and I started trying to make a game plan. And I was just like, okay, I shouldn't drive a vehicle um, like that. So, and that's what I'm sitting here thinking. It's like I shouldn't drive. If I call 911, they come pick me up. I have no way to get home. And then Angela's stuck here in the room wondering the whole time. And hey, Carrie. So I was sitting there and I was just like, well, I've got these clonidines. I grabbed them, took one. I waited about 10 minutes and I started doing some research on the clonidines a little bit better. And seen where the maximum doses of that you can take throughout a day is supposed to be 2.4 milligrams. Yeah, believe me, I know. That's why I'm trying to get these doctors to work together to get me my meds. Like, send a prescription into Walmart or something, or for me. They just keep this one's wanting that, this one's wanting this, and another one of them's wanting to meet in the middle and say, let's get you your meds. I guess the only good thing about going to the ER is they might have wrote me a prescription for it. But I was sitting there and I was like, well, I don't have a way to get home. And this, that, and the other. So I took my clonidine, I researched that. I took another one. I ended up taking two of them because I'm on the lowest dose you can take. I'm on a 0.1 milligram. And within about 15, 20 minutes, it started dropping it. And I was just like, okay, there we go. And then it got down to where it was 130 something over 90 something, I believe. The bottom number is still pretty high, but. And let's check it now. I haven't checked it today. But I'll tell you what got me last night is I've had it high like that before. And would get a headache or feel sick to my stomach. Last night I felt fine. So we'll check it here. And I knew something was up last night because when I put my blood pressure cuff on, it's one of the wrist ones. It pumped 4 times, and I was like, ooh, it never pumps 4 times. Y'all give me a second. I got to catch up with the chat because I got the phone in my lap. $149 over 95. Still a little rough. Hey, Mix. Hey, Wingo. I Deborah, I know I need to do that a lot. Yeah, that's a lot better than what it was. And usually when I've got my meds, I don't have any issue. But it's a good combination of um, good combination of stress and when limited money, you buy what you get to eat. So it's just like, okay, a 12 pack of ramen noodles will be $3 and it's going to get me through. If I eat 2 packs for lunch, it's going to get me through 6 days worth of lunch. So, but I've been, yeah, Storm, I've had these blood pressure problems for quite some times. Um, God bless. Thank you, Roadkill. How you feeling today, man? I'm trying to pinpoint when I started having the blood pressure problems. Thank you, Anthony. Hope you're having a good day also. I I was at NSK when I started having the blood pressure problem, Linda. She's sleepy. She don't know. I know, Deborah, but it's like when you're trying to make a little bit of money and stretch for as far as it can. Anthony, I don't remember anybody in the family having high blood pressure. It's usually diabetes. It's ran crazy on both sides of my family. My cousin's the only one that I know that has high blood pressure problems. Hey, how are you doing? It does that. It does that. Yeah, Smash Tri Cities. I've always told that the ones that goes up on your arms are a lot better, but this one does pretty good. It's pretty accurate, actually. Hey, buddy. Sure, go right ahead. That's what I'm saying. It's like when it's something that's $3 for 6 days, and I'm on a budget. Believe me, if I was didn't have a budget to eat, it would. My lunch would be some probably some steak and eggs. But there's a budget there. You know, when you go to the grocery store and you're trying to make 50, $60 stretch for as far as it can for two people, you know, you you get what you can get. MSW Gurley, yeah, I'm waiting for your question. But again, to me being without my amlodipine and my losartan and my Metropolo, that's that's where a lot of my issues are stemming from right now. It's just not having the meds. Even when I eat correctly, I can get up and eat a strict diet and not have, cut my sodium low, cut my carbs down, cut sugar out. I still have issues with my blood pressure. So, you know, and then we look at the situation where everybody throws out beans and rice, or actually go further, where beans are actually bad for my diabetes, especially a white bean. So, it's like I'm playing with a double-edged sword here. Carlos, it's not even the money isn't really the issue. It's the we moved and my old doctor won't send in a prescription for me without me coming to see her. And my new doctor, the doctor's appointment is still kind of a ways off because I'm a new patient, so I had to just take whatever they could give me. So it's like I can't get it. Like I said, even the new doctor was just like, hey, if the old doctor would just, send me something, shoot me an email, and be like, hey, yeah, he was on these meds. I've been treating him for this, and she was like, I'll write you the prescription, but I just got to have something saying that. And new doctor and old doctor don't want to get on the same page. So, and I don't think I can wait till the end of this month to be off the meds that long. So I'm gonna have to figure out something all the way around. Those three meds that last time I actually had to buy them at Walmart was under $20. So, Buckeye Girl, that might be the option I have to do. I was considering it last night, but there was just too many, you know. The missus is sleeping. She's taking her little nap. She was up most of the night watching me. I have researched it, Tina. I mean, guys, I'm not a brand new diabetic, or this isn't nothing brand new to me, guys. Or high blood pressure. It's something I've lived with for over a decade, probably closer to 15 years now. So this stuff isn't new to me. I know what I can eat, what I can't eat, but I also know when there's a budget in play, that's, that sometimes that goes out the window. So this isn't something brand new. Ain't like I just went to the doctor yesterday and they told me I was a diabetic and had high blood pressure. This is at least a decade, if not 15 years. I'm trying to think of the exact point. So, when I first went to the doctor there, Shelby, when I first discovered I was a diabetic, my A1C was like a 10.7. The last time they checked it, I was a 5.8. So, Doing pretty good there, Gen X Tatted. How about yourself? Well, that's good. But and it did take quite a while to get that A1C down to a good level. So, hey Tennessee girl, how are you doing? Okay, well, I'm guessing Tennessee girl's probably in Tennessee. That's why I've been having some issues with my blood pressure since last night. It's been working on me pretty hard. And was you responding back to Tennessee? You telling Tennessee girl you're in Kentucky, or was you just thought I said something to? I don't know what's going on. I may have misunderstood that.
Hmm.
Huh? I'm talking a lot, baby.
Oh,
Told you I was on a lot.
oh,
Oh, I'm always stressed, Shelby.
oh.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Hey, everybody.
There's the missus.
Chipmunk says hi too.
Okay, I'm with. Carrie says, "Hey, well, I said something to you right after that, and she was like, Tennessee, I'm in Kentucky,' and I was just like, did she think I was calling her Tennessee girl?" Wingo said hello.
Hey.
Foxy said, "Hey."
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, I'm back on the same page now, guys. That happens sometimes. Hey, Steve, we're doing, man. I've been getting beat down for some blood pressure issues, but we're doing. I am, but I'm currently out of them. That's what we were just kind of discussing. Right, I think right before you popped in. Um, I've ran out and can't get doctors to. If we were still in Dyersburg, I could get my meds easy. I could call my doctor, go see her. But since we moved, it's not that simple anymore. Thank you for the heart, me. Well, I was going to the health department, and the health department usually just gave me my meds. So honestly, if there was a prescription sent in, I wouldn't even know how much they was until I got a prescription for them. And Storm and Annie, I've called them. She wants me to come in for a checkup, even though I explained to her that we moved and I'm changing doctors. Uh, the new doctor was like, "Hey, I don't have an issue writing your prescription before you come in, but I need to hear something from your old doctor." Oh, good grief. And the old doctor won't send her an email, stating that she was treating me. I'm on these meds. Um, and even the old doctor won't even send in a prescription for me to a pharmacy close to me where I can get my meds. Because she wants me to come see her before and do a checkup. And I'm like, I'm past, I know I'm past the checkup time for her, but yeah, it was every 3 months. Hey, Jill. It was every 3 months I'd have to go for a checkup, and then they would give me a 3 months worth of meds. And I'm past the 3 months, and Annie, it's been. Let me think in my head because it kind of staggered out a little bit. The Metropolo, or whatever it's called. It's been about 2.5 weeks. Um, then my Losartan has been about a week and a half, and my Modipine I just ran out of a few days ago. Because it's too far of a drive right now, Shelby. If it was 10, 15 minutes down the road, it would be different. But it's a bit of a drive right now. I would just drive my car there, Shelby, but it's a good trip to get there. If I have another spike in it like that, I'm definitely going on to the ER. Uh, or may just one day when it's a little high, go on to the ER when I'm feeling good. That way I can drive myself and see if they'll give me a prescription for. Yeah. Hey, Lori, doing decent, I guess. I'm having issues with my blood pressure. Well, that would definitely be better than nothing. So, all right, Gen X, you have a good one. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Retha Ann. How do you, John Boy? Not the same John Boy, different John Boy.
Oh, right.
Thank you for the heart, me, Jill. Hey, Green Wave, how are you doing? I used to eat oatmeal quite regular with mine, and it seemed, back when I could, go to the store and had a little bit extra money to spend, getting certain things would help me. I would eat the oatmeal. Um, I would try to get as much chicken product that I could because that seems to be the best for me. I try to stay away from pork. Um, it's not always easy to do, but I try to. I have to be kind of really, really feeling good and not having any issues before I just dive into a bunch of pork. Hey, Steelers girl. Um, so it's like I have, back when I could watch my diet and it wasn't just getting what we could afford, you know. Hey, lazy. We're doing pretty decent. Angel's feeling, I guess, about 50-50, maybe 60-40. I'm the one with the issues today. I didn't know that about the pomegranate blueberry. It's good for blood pressure.
I love pomegranate blueberry.
Pomegranate's not an energy drink. I mean, you can get pomegranate flavored energy drinks.
Pomegranates.
I know what he's talking about. You're talking. I know what you're talking about too, Shelby. They do have it where it's an energy drink, but they also have it where V8 puts out one back there in the cooler section, like where the milk and stuff is at. Thank you, John Boy. Um,
Yeah, the V8 energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the. Oh, y'all hit me on nowhere. Thank you for the roses there, John Boy. We still have that big rose goal up there. If anybody wants to send any roses, you don't have to send anything to stay here, of course. Okay. Now I'm the first one to tell you, but I haven't. Well, I've had one since we've moved. I used to drink way too many energy drinks. Thank you, Steve, for the roses. Um, I used to love Ghost and C4 energy drinks.
Used to have 1 grand all the time.
Yeah, especially. I tell you what really got me hooked bad out on. Hey, Alan. Uh, when I was working at Rough Country, you could take whatever drink you wanted out on the line. It didn't matter. Um, so you could take whatever. You take a canned drink out there. A lot of factories wouldn't let you take a canned drink, but I'd go in second shift. I'd stop at the store and have them get me I think Bang and Reigns was the big ones then. I'd get me a Bang energy drink most times. and drink it on the way in. And then we didn't go to first break till about 6 o'clock. So that was our lunch, supper, whatever. And then at our 8:30 break, I was in the break room getting another energy drink.
What's the name of that one? Usually Alani's my go-to. What's the name of that one?
But I do not drink energy drinks like that anymore. I bought one Ghost the other day. Ghost came up with a 7-Up flavored one, and I got that, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Now, I don't drink Alani's all the time. I just get, every now and again, I'll get one. What is the name of that one? I just had, and it was really good.
Never heard of Drip Drop. Drink too many Diet Cokes. That was and still is to today one of my biggest things that has been the hardest thing for me to shake. Lazy. I had to scroll back because I missed some comments. I don't know how I missed them. Total Beats for blood pressure issues. Okay. I've heard somebody else saying they take that Total Beats. Okay. No, they really ain't. Like I said, she might get one every once in a while. It takes her forever. It takes her forever to drink it.
Oh yeah. I don't chug them down, and I don't get them all the time.
You know, she might. Thank you, John Boy, for the hand heart. She might get one every 4 or 5 months, if that much.
Yeah, I don't.
And then it'll take her 3 or 4 hours to drink that can.
Yeah.
She drinks so slow. She fusses at me. She's like, "You drink too fast." I'm like,
I know, I tell you that all the time.
"You drink too slow." Thank you for all the gifts, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Flirt is what it's called.
Okay. Thank you, John Boy, for the roses and the hand hearts. Thank you, Steve. Guava Lava.
Guava Lava. And it's called Flirt, and it reminded me of Alani. It's so good.
Thank you, John Boy, for all the roses. I appreciate that. He's still coming in here.
Now, coffee's my addiction.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody that's known us for a little while knows that she can just, her main thing is coffee. Good thing about coffee is you can get it, decaffeinated. Good. It finally showed me how many. He said, "Thank you, John Boy, for all 250 roses." How?
Thank you.
Hey, Bubbles.
And remember, we did have to do that one time for me. We had to switch to
Yeah, and light roast, because light roast doesn't have as much caffeine in it.
Yeah. Blonde roast is.
Lazy and Retha said they like their coffee too. Deborah says she does too.
Oh.
Hey, Bubbles, how you doing? Really, Lazy? She said Starbucks. I'm assuming you're a female. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but the little emoji with the pink bow made me lean that way. Says Starbucks told them that the blonde espresso has more caffeine than dark.
Really?
Well, I appreciate you, John Boy. Really do. Bunny said the lighter the roast, the most caffeine actually.
Really?
So it's right the opposite for cigars. But thank you for all the roses there, John Boy. We need now. We only need 24,000. I love that. 24,720 more. Not from you, John Boy. I don't know if you want to send them, that's right. But see, she was told right the opposite about the blonde roast. Now, y'all talking about just a blondie roast or a blonde espresso? Because she's just talking about like the blonde roast, not an espresso. Something about that espresso thing where it makes a. Yeah, only 24,720 more roses to go before we hit the goal. Any kind of light roast has more caffeine.
Really?
Well, that makes sense. Frank says because it's a slower roast. See, that's where I would love, and I don't know what she thinks about this, but I would absolutely love to do at least once coffee myself from start to end. Roasting the beans, grinding the beans,
Yeah.
everything except for growing the beans. And I don't know how coffee beans grow. So yeah, I would love to do that at least once. There's a guy on here named Nate Petrowski. He does his own. He's got his own little coffee line and everything too. And I'm sure some of y'all have heard of him. He's a pretty big creator on here. And he did a video on that about coffee beans, how he gets them in raw, and he roasts them himself. He does everything except for grow them.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how coffee beans grow.
Now, I also like the, which I've been making on here, the brown sugar shaken espresso.
Yeah.
I just don't have that open.
Huh. Retha Ann's asked, "Don't coffee beans grow on trees?" That I'm not for sure.
I think so.
That's a question for Google. They grow inside fruit. What Frank says. Hey, Connie, how are you doing today?
Coffee beans grow inside bright red, yellow, or orange fruits called coffee cherries.
Okay. Thank you, Steve, for some more roses there, buddy. Appreciate you. Oh, that is awesome. Connie got to come home.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Steve, for the 63 roses. We're going to try to hit that goal today, 25,000 roses. We're off to a good start. Appreciate you. You there? Everybody, give a big congratulations and a praise to the Lord. Connie got to come home from the hospital. She's been stuck there for how many days, Connie? I know you've been there for a while. Thank you, Yak Addict. Been there almost a month. Got to come home. Well, praise the Lord for that. Love Dunkin' refreshers, but your pancreas diabetes says hell no. Yeah, I get that. Get that. 100% understand that.
Has anybody tried the refreshers for your Keurig?
Can I see your phone for 1 second? I got to keep this. It's going to be a running joke the whole life. Okay, guys, we're only 24,652 roses away. I had to use a calculator on it that time. It was an odd number. So, how many was that? 24,652 roses away from meeting the goal. So, KTP dog, haven't seen you in here in a long time. How are you doing? Yeah, I didn't even see what they said. Wasn't paying them no mind. I got some pretty awesome moderators in here. They knock them out really quick. And that's as much as they're getting talked about today. Rita Ann coming in with some roses. Thank you. Listen, if we hit 25,000 roses, I'll dress up as a rose and Angela can squirt me with a water hose. Thank you, Rita, for 100 roses. Yeah. I'll dress up as a rose and you can water me. Just don't let the big dog across the way come over. He likes to pee on the bushes. Thank you, Rita Ann. So that puts us up to 24,562. 52. 552. 24,552. There we go. You can tell when I'm really doing math because I'm looking up. Like the answers are coming from the ceiling. We can do it today, guys. So Angela just broke out into a chorus of the answers are blowing in the wind. And Juju looked at her like she was absolutely nuts. Thank you, Connie, for the gifts. For the flowers. Flower power. That's what I should have called the live. I don't know what I actually called it. Thank you, Connie, for another 100 dropped off in there. You guys, so that puts, I have to do more math. We go wait and do the math because Steve-O was back in there throwing some more roses. Thank you all for the roses today, guys. It was awesome. You almost really want to see me dressed up as a rose getting watered. Thank you, Connie, for the 100. Thank you, Retha, for 9, and thank you, Steve, for another 130. Let me see. That makes it give me a minute. 687 total. Hey, share. So 687. So 23,013 away from the goal. 23,000. That ain't right. 20 what? 24,000 in. Y'all can't do this math to save my life. 24,313. Am I right on that? 24,313. How are you doing today, Cher? Thank everybody for the roses, guys. I appreciate every one of them.
Lemonade's just the best. I can't get over how good it is.
She's really enjoying some lemonade. And not to mention that we are creeping up on 10,000 likes.
Woohoo!
Y'all are showing out today. Sure, it's pretty decent. I've been dealing with some blood pressure issues, but other than that, normal life stuff. Thank you, Roadkill, for the 10 roses.
Life just be lifing.
Nutsy Klutzy. That's a very interesting name for a squirrel. I'm on Losartan, Amodipine, and Metropolo. I'm saying that last one wrong. I know I am. And Rose update. 24,303 roses away from the goal. 609. There we go. That is it, Casting Shade. I always Metro. I have to break it out and then pronounce it. I always forget how it's spelled or how it's said. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but usually somebody in here breaks that down, and it's like once it's broke down, I can say it. What's crazy is when I used to call my doctor, thank you, Storm. I think you're usually the one that breaks it down. Metoprolol. Yeah. Usually when I call my doctor, I'm like, hey, I'm out of this, when I was going to him. I'd be like, I'm almost out of metformin. I'm almost out of the one that ends in LOL. And she's just like, yeah, I got you. So, then I got my trusty Clonidine. That's my backup, but that's my... No, it's a moment or not. Wouldn't give me a second to get to the cord, baby.
Well, that was a ordeal.
I couldn't. Household casting, I'm not. I really honestly, I haven't looked too much into it because I was taking it so rare. It was a med that my doctor gave me that that I was only supposed to take if I'm over 150 over 90, but it's all I have at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm supposed to be with this one, but it's the only one I've got. So I'm kind of just check my blood pressure. If I'm kind of high, I take one. So where are you gonna? Nope, 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 not doing it. A spider. Oh Lord. Whew. Whew. Lord, we in here fighting spiders. We in here fighting spiders. And I don't like spiders. It happens, Deborah. It happens though. I do that a lot too. I'll get watching somebody I like to watch, and like my finger hit it, and it just jumps. So sometimes I might sound like I don't speak English, but I swear I'm not speaking any other languages. All right, guys, we are creeping up on 15,000 double taps, guys. That's amazing. Probably because you're coming in on accounts that are 0, 0. Yeah, that's usually a good indication that I'm on. I don't have to send out invites to anybody because they all do it for me. Remember, guys, double tap that screen. We are trying to reach that 25,000 rows goal. Hoping maybe, just maybe, we can get out of D1 League today. What's up, Milton? Got to give a shout out to my fellow Cowboy fans rolling in here today. Other than dealing with some blood pressure issues and life, I guess we're doing pretty decent. It could be doing better, could be doing a little bit rough. Steelers girl, not really. Not really, but I'm trying my best to work on some other things before I haven't asked anybody for any help. So that is, but now I just got to get a prescription to go get them. I mean, if I could just get one of these doctors to give me a prescription, that's definitely a silver lining. And y'all are double tapping that screen like crazy, guys. I just mentioned we was creeping up on 15,000 double taps, and now we're creeping up on 20,000. But I didn't go to the ER. Yeah, Connie. Connie up there, good, good medical. I'm down here where I can't even get two doctors to communicate with each other to, you know, give me my meds. Steelers, girl, I don't know about this hospital. The closest one I'm to. I know Dyersburg didn't do samples. They give you a prescription in Dyersburg, you couldn't get it. You was just SOL. I know each place is different. Like I said, I don't know about here. No, I do not have any insurance. What did you do, Jin Jin? Scroll out on accident? It's going to help. It's going to be a few more weeks before that kicks in, though. I did bubbles. Those actually told through them I would still have to have a doctor get in touch with them and give them the information, the stuff I would need. And I can't even get the doctor that I used to have to call my new doctor or send an email to tell them that um, that they're treating me and these are the meds I need, so they can give me a prescription. Hey, Tori. Hey, Kim. Welcome back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't even get my doctor to send an email to the new doctor, and the new doctor's appointment isn't until later in the month. So, well, if you're new here, how do you know my mods mute people? For That's a little suspect. Yeah, I'm new here. Will you tell your mod not to mute me? Green Wave. Yeah, she's good on hers. She's good on her meds. I'm the one that's done ran out of most of mine. I still have enough for my diabetes though. So thank the Lord that um, I'm not out of those also. So we'll take a small victory in that one. That I'm not out of all of them at one time. because my body definitely could not take running out of my diabetes stuff and my blood pressure stuff at the same time. So, and like I said, I almost went to the ER last night, but I was like, I can't drive there, so I don't want to take a chance of driving when my blood pressure is super high. And then I was like, if I call 911, they pick me up, I don't have a way to get home. So I was kind of stuck in the spot to where I was just having to play it out and see if we're going to get, if we're going to get worse, if I'm going to get better, So, and then luckily it started dropping and started getting better. And so I'm not insulin dependent. I take metformin. See, Storm, that's my biggest thing. I'm just like, because I've been just randomly one night I had a spike in them. And I was out of my losartans, and that was the main one that was kind of like, was my losartans, when I'm off them for a period of time, I can definitely tell. Spiked real bad. I went to my local ER in Dyersburg, and I told him I was out of it, and I was like, my doctor can't get me in. And this is back when I was at NSK and had insurance. I was like, my doctor can't get me in for 2 weeks and doesn't want to write me a prescription until I see her. And he was just like, oh, well, most I can do is get your blood pressure down and send you home. So, but Dyersburg Hospital was absolutely horrible. How it ranked only number 12 in the top 15 worst hospitals in Tennessee, I'll never understand. It should have been number 1. I watched a video the other day that said, what was the most gangster city in Tennessee? I mean, I wasn't shocked at number 1. Man, Michelle, everybody keeps telling me I need to do everything I can to get off metformin. I've heard some horrible stories about metformin. But it was like number 15. I was sitting there watching the video. I was like, number 15, Memphis. Number 14, Memphis. Number 13, Memphis. We finally got down to number 1. It was Memphis. I was like, Memphis is ghetto enough to, or not ghetto, what'd I say? Gangster enough to be all 15 in the 15 top gangster cities in Tennessee. I take I take 2 1,000 milligrams metformins a day. 25,000 likes. Shoot, yeah, guys.
All right.
And we're still 24,503 roses away from the goals. We got them 25,000 likes, though. And then I take Glimepiride. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but I take a 4 milligram shot of that a day. Not a shot, y'all know what I'm talking about. Pill of that a day, but never had that one. Y'all was running it up there pretty good. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, I think you said something a while ago too about the. That's all I take for my diabetes. I got my fluid pill I take. Then I got a pill for my cholesterol. Ooh. Well, if I'm not gonna ask you if you're okay, because if you're in the hospital getting that, you are not okay. We'll definitely be keeping you in our prayers and hope that whatever's going on with you, that it's quick and you're out of there and you're feeling better. I'm not even going to attempt to say what my fluid pill is. Whew. Well, Michelle, we'll definitely keep you in our thoughts and prayers, and hope that they get you fixed up and you get out of there and get to go home. My fluid pill is spelling this out for everybody. FUROSEMIDE is my fluid pill. And I take that once a day in the morning. And, oh, that's LASIK? Okay. I take that in the morning, and most days it's pretty good, but I can tell if I've had, really, like if the day before, if I go too hard on the sugar, the next day I can tell, because I'm running back and forth to the restroom quite often. So, all right, we've just been in here talking today, guys. Not too bad, Steelers girl. But I do a pretty decent job at, you know, putting lotion on stuff when the lotion doesn't smell like a flower garden or a fruit stand. Deborah, that'd be a good video for here. She says she's got a mask with the red light, and she puts it on. Her dog is trying to attack it.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Red light therapy mask.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a video on here of one girl. She was doing the one of those hydrating masks that you ladies do, and her dog didn't recognize her, and was just sitting there barking at her and was trying to attack her because the dog thought somebody was breaking in.
I always wanted to try one of them red light therapy ones.
We need 3 more roses to hit 700 roses. That would put us 24,300 short from the goal. Keep trying to pull that goal, that rose goal. I think this is the closest we've ever. I don't think we made it over 1,000 yet. Maybe we have once. I'm not for sure. Conversation's getting quiet now, guys. Well, she was just trying to protect her mama. Juju would probably run.
Oh no.
Or if she woke up long enough to see it. Poor thing's got a rough schedule. She gets up at 7 every morning, go gets a drink of water, and goes back to bed. Sleeps till it's time to go potty. Goes for a little journey. Comes back in, gets a drink of water, sleeps. Wakes up. Goes and eats a little bit of food. Then goes back to sleep. Then usually stalks us when we have our supper and lunch. Hey, Lake's on fire. Juju's doing fantastic. She is in the bed, asleep. What was that, Melly Mel? I could use a nap right now. It's been a long day. If anybody with blood pressure issues knows that once it starts going up and coming down, going up, coming down, it wears you out. Well, Melly Mel, I'm not for sure what your 3 comments was there. 2 of them, sent a comment that said Jesus, sent one that said Ben, and sent one that says IIJVEJE. Oh, okay. The last one threw me off. I was just kind of like, hey, Mayhem, how are you doing? Went to the bathroom and grabbed your phone. Tell you, I would try to keep, little kids away from this app as far away as I could with the way this thing is. Them little hands can reach it though. Oh, well, maybe he's on to something I didn't know. I tell you, half the adults that are on TikTok don't need to be on TikTok. Oh, foot just getting it. Well, how you doing today, G Mama? That was a awesome way to come in and say hello. See, I've gotten watching funny horse videos, and I don't know how I ended up there. But them horses are hilarious. TikTok's a wild animal, I tell you. It's just oh, I didn't know you could do that. Uh, Deborah, I was just when you said you hit translate, and I was like, "What's she talking about?" And I finally found what she was talking about. It is Deborah, and I tell you, it's TikTok has been the worst experience social media wise I've ever dealt with, and I was in the whew, pop my ankle. I was around for back in the day when we had AOL dial up chat rooms where there was no boundaries in there. Um, you know, this is just yeah. You go in them Yahoo chat rooms and AOL chat rooms and stuff, and who knew what was going to happen in there? You know, um, it was wild back then. And then MySpace comes along and changes the game, and then Facebook changed everything. And it seems like we've progressed into worse and worse and worse and worse with every new app that comes out. People get worse. So it's like, it, I keep Facebook around just for the reason to, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't know what some people was up to. Like my family and stuff. I never would see them. It's like they'll message me on there and be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" Well, they all got my phone number. Or or comment on a picture or something, or they'll post a picture of something they did. That's the only way we communicate. Um, but it's just like, man, what app's coming next? And when it gets here, how bad is it going to be? It's like TikTok started off fun. Like I remember watching guys like Tiny the Lyric, the Any Hootie Girl. I watched Nate Petrowski since he got on here, um, really from the beginning of his journey of homesteading, and and it's like, man, uh, you just see it deteriorating before your eyes. And Lord, if you want the Wild West, come on TikTok after about 11 o'clock at night. It's crazy. I love watching the videos of like I don't like seeing anybody get hurt or when somebody slips and falls or it has a little accident. I don't like seeing them getting hurt, but like when it's funny, like we've all fell and laugh after we fell. I like watching the animal videos. I like watching the homesteading. But I went back to YouTube with their short videos, and I spend more time over there watching videos than I do anywhere else. It's just something about when that little green dot goes off up there by my name. There's no peace on here. That makes sense. And the no peace comes from a lot of different directions. Like, I think I'm really going to settle in and talk about this, guys. The no peace comes from trolls and friends. When you get a group of friends that look out for you, though, that's something special. But it's like, I don't think some people understand that they're not the only ones sending me stuff. I'm trying to kind of walk on eggshells with this, and I don't want to make anybody mad. I appreciate everybody looking out for us, but it's like, I can sign on to the app and just be scrolling videos, and constantly get notifications. So if someone sending me something on here, and I'll go to check it, and it's, thank you, Deborah, for the roses. It's hey, did you see this video? Hey, did you see that video? And I end up with about, this is not even exaggerating it a little bit, guys, I end up with about 40 DMs on here a day of, have you seen this video? Have you seen that? Thank you for the 70 roses. So we are now 24,233 roses away. So it's like there's no peace. So I ended up going to, and again, I appreciate everybody looking out for us. I really do. I'm not saying, hey, you guys stop this. But there's no peace on the app anymore. Hey, Teaspoon. And even scrolling, it's like, Les, I'll scroll a few videos, and 1 out of 5 videos is somebody with awareness or doing awareness or claiming to be awareness or watch parties or crash outs. It's their videos. Not every one of them's us. Some of them's other people. But it's just like 1 out of every 5 videos is that stuff. And I'm just like, how did we end up here? Green Wave, we have some really good friends on here that, I 100% understand that they're watching out for us. And, trying to give me a heads up on stuff. But it's like, I don't think they understand the amount of other people who are doing the same thing. Thank you, Deborah, for the 19 more roses and the heart me. So where does that put us in the rose count? It'll show me 1 second. What I just pushed there, but not what I wanted. I have to get the new rose count once those come in. Thank you, Deborah, for sending even more roses. We appreciate it. 84 more roses. Thank you, Deborah. Well, Deborah's got 2 counts going on up here. Deborah's got 2 different counts going on up here with the roses. One stopped at 84. The other one is still rolling at 180s, 190s.
Wow.
It's not giving me a total. Wow, Deborah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is still rolling at 266, 84, 19, a heart me, and 70. Thank you for all that, Deborah.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I'm going to give a rose total in just 1 second. Sometimes it takes it a second for me to see it. Okay, so we've got 1,136 roses.
Woohoo.
Thank y'all so much for all of that. Thank you, Deborah, for that big send in. I would really have to look at a calculator to give a total there. So it's 24,000, 23,900, 23,870, 23,864. I believe. Is that right? What number did I say? So I had to, it's under 24,000 now. It's in the 23,000s. I kind of did that in my head just then, and it hurt my brain. 1,136. So 1,100 from. So that's how I have to do the math. 25,000 minus 1,100 is 23,900. Then minus 30 is 23,870. Yes, I think it's 23,864 would be the. Still 1,000 roses. That's a lot, and we appreciate it, guys. Thank you, everybody, for double tapping. Thank you for all the gifts today so far. Appreciate you guys. Well, like we was talking about, social media has been on a downward slope for a lot of years now. And I don't know if it gets any better. This app has really been talking about. There's a lot of money left out on the table when it comes to this app and being more, uh, being spicy. Let's say it that way. So since the changing of the guards, TikTok has been talking about how setting up how like Clapper is set up. I don't know how many of you know Clapper. I didn't know much about it until I was reading an article about this. But on Clapper, apparently once you can go into a subscriber only chat, and again the only people that can see that chat is the people who pay you a monthly subscription. And apparently once you're in that chat, kind of anything goes. TikTok is wanting to kind of lean into that more. And basically the only thing they see is they see these girls and guys get on here late at night, put on these skimpy clothes, and be like, "Hey, you send me so many gifts, we'll go over to Clapper and do a subscription only live, and they'll get a couple $100 in gifts here, and they go over to that page and they do a live for 20 minutes for their subscribers, and they're still getting gifts over there." TikTok, being the greedy corporation that they are, is trying to figure out that way to keep that money here. So I wouldn't be surprised that in the near future, TikTok has the spicy content subscribers on it. So that's my prediction. And I think it'll be by the end of this year. And I'm not knocking anybody who makes money that way. That's their choice. So I did not know that, Nutsy. I know in Dyersburg you was just stuck. I know that for a fact because we was in that situation. Uh, 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to call 911 for Angela, and they took her to the emergency room. They released her about 5:30, and it was there was no way for us to get home because taxi service didn't open until 8, and the hospital was just like, "That's the only thing we know is taxi." So yeah, I'm gonna look into that and see if that's offered where I'm at. Do I have any mods in here? I don't guess I have any mods in here. Y'all stand by. Hey, Shelby's back. Yeah, I was. I looked up and didn't have any mods. And usually, I know when y'all are leaving. Well, except for you, Shelby, you kind of just bounce in and out. I don't. I know that about you, but usually Jesse and Carrie tell me. We just been in here talking. We got something new over here in this thing. Y'all, the live journey stuff, I don't have a clue what I'm doing with that. It tells me if I got something available, I click on it and we roll with it. Okay, I must have missed her text. Hmm. We're almost at 30,000 likes, guys. It's not going back and showing me how many roses. Got 2 hours and 17 minutes before that rose resets. Still like 6 heartbeats. And 100 hand hearts that I thought I was setting that for 10. If everybody wants to double tap, guys, any gifts are appreciated. Roses are definitely appreciated as we're climbing the journey to hit 25,000 roses, and apparently it gives me 4 hours now instead of the whole life. I don't know. When did it start doing that? I don't know. So, but Nutsy, thank you for that information about that. Nutsy says Red Cross and affiliates will give you a ride home.
Oh,
Oh, in Dyersburg, they didn't know.
no, huh?
See, the night with her, I had the money for a taxi, but taxis didn't start running until 8 o'clock in a small town. I don't know how they run where we're at now, or if there is one. And at the time, Dyersburg didn't have an Uber. So it was kind of like, luckily, I was sitting there and I was on Facebook Messenger, and I was like, somebody's got to be close to me that's awake right now. And just so happened, a buddy of ours got on. He's like, hey, man, I just got to go to the bathroom and see where you posted Angela's in the hospital. And I got telling him about everything, and I said, yeah, and I said, she's actually been discharged. We just can't get home right now. AJ, I have no clue about that one. Um, Tina, no, besides the tire, last night, though, my blood pressure was just too high for me to drive. Like, I didn't want to get in the car and drive down the road and take a chance of blacking out or, something worse happening and then putting other people's lives in danger by going down the road with my blood pressure that high. And I didn't want to call 911 because then I didn't have a way to get home at that time, but I found out just now about this Red Cross stuff, so. No, AJ, that's a new one on me. But let them. I don't even care. Not giving them the privilege of being mentioned. Oh Lord, that's an old song, old country song. And we were swinging, swinging. Yeah, we were swinging. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
God bless. I can't think of who sings it though. Oh, is it? I don't think it's Joe. I think it's maybe Joe Diffie. I don't know. Be honest with you. Well, now this gets interesting. Craig, what was he saying over there, buddy? John Anderson. There we go. Thank you for that, Karina. Okay, I appreciate that. Jeff, it was that old song about sitting out on the front porch in the swing. I can't believe I'm out here in this front porch on the swing, just a swing. Knew the song. Just didn't know. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate you, man. Look out, Ethel. Yeah, Karina said. I didn't think it was Joe Diffie. I like this new feature. Thank you for that, Craig. AJ, would you like to say anything?
Oh.
Well, AJ's been coming here a lot, talking and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had a little suspect there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have any proof.
Mm-hmm.
It was me until I see some proof. I don't do like they do. I don't just say something and go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they're calling the swingers now. I don't care. And the screenshot of him telling Just Stop Already Live that he was going to come over here and ask why they're calling me swingers now. Yeah, I just seen it. Was it Ethel streaking? Only song I know about streaking is The Streak. Oh yes, they call them the streak. Fastest thing on 2 feet. Well, let me go ahead and just never know about people these days. $30,000. Thank you, Shelby, for getting that. They caught me right when I picked my drink up to get a drink. Greg, brother, they're going to be coming at you heavy now. But I appreciate you letting me know that. So I kind of called that as a suspect the other night. I guess it's all right for him to have his Cash App on his profile. But he go sit over there in there live with his CA in his profile. 30,000 likes. 1,136 roses, guys. Connie, I don't know that song. Yeah, Craig, that one was a little too far. Give me 1 second to mute. Hey, Holly and Ben. I don't know, Connie. I don't know too much country. I remember that one song from my youth. Storm turned the 3 around to an E. You can't technically say that word or type it out on here. Um, that's just a mess. I don't know. They did the same thing to me several times over. It's it's just they grab at stuff. That's awesome, Connie. That is awesome. Greg, you must have really hit a nerve with them because they are coming in their actual screen names from the burner accounts. That's who that cast ass was. Y'all go watch Casting Shades video about her being on here. I've been really good, guys. An hour and 50 minutes without giving any acknowledgement to you guys. But go watch Casting Shades video about the bullying techniques that they use over there, and then just want to blame it on being intoxicated. Like that just gives you the right to do and say whatever you want to do and say. It doesn't. I've said a lot of stuff when I've been intoxicated that I regretted when I was sober. So, Casting Shade is a great little video. And I'm not saying that because they're just standing up. I mean, they've said stuff about me on there, but they haven't, you know, they haven't said anything bad. And again, it is, Craig. It really is. I told the other day, I told Casting Shade when they was talking about, they mentioned something about Angela's cancer. I will gladly sit down and talk to anybody about that. But I will not sit down and talk to anybody who's coming into the conversation that no matter what I say, I'm lying about. And they're hell bent that I'm wrong before I join the conversation. So, and that's 100% why I didn't talk to so many of these awareness people about what happened, because instantly that's a lie. They did that for a money grab. That's a lie. He's still using it for a money grab. No. You know, Craig, I know you're heated, but let's watch that last comment, brother, because when we dip down to body shaming like they do, we're no better than they are. I know you're heated over what they called you. I get it. 100% get it. Understand completely, brother. But the one thing that I'm trying to remember is at this point, they're saying they're laughing at you because they're getting this response from you. And that's what I'm trying to remember. That's what someone is trying to really install in me, is once you give them that point, they've gotten what they want. You pissed them off by calling out one of their trolls, one of their spies. Pissed them off big time. You know, but stand up for yourself, 100%. Stand up for yourself. I'll never say anything to you about standing up for yourself. We're going to stand up to them, but we're not going to stand up to them at their level. Hey, Detroit, how are you doing? I mean, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right, Craig? You know, if I went through here, that's why they still get access to me, because I don't know the burners. And there's so many of them. You know, and even if I knew all the burners, there's no way to block them all. It is, Retha. And seriously, to hate somebody as much as they hate me and Angela for coming on here and asking for help, Like some of the stuff they've said about us, some of the stuff they've lied about us, some of the stuff that I've flat out proved was a lie. You know, really, I think some of them that's the only thing they've got to get out of bed for. I think some of them, honestly, the only thing they've got to get out of bed for is so they can come on this app and figure out how to upset someone's day. And heaven forbid you make a stand against them. Because as soon as you stand up to them, they start twisting that around. Yeah, Connie, you've been around for a long time now. You know, and that's what we used to do. We would get on here every night and battle. And hey, Lane, how are you doing? We'd get on here every night and battle. And you know, that's something that was helping us out at that point. And you got kicked out. It wasn't by me. I promise you. TikTok's been on some different level stuff. Timu Internet. I like that. Timu Internet. She said, "It's my Timu Internet." And that's what we had when we was in Colonial. We had Wish Internet.
Yeah.
All right, Nutsy. I would hope you wouldn't answer a lying question. Just playing. I honestly don't know what we have here. So I don't know what the internet service is here, but it's pretty good. Nutsy, sure. You know, but here's my difference. If I'm with somebody and something keeps happening and everything, and I've got some kind of suspicion about it, I'm going to go to that person and talk to that person about it and make my mind up. I'm not going to go to 20 other people or 20 strangers and be like, hey, this and this and this is happening over here with this person. What do y'all think it is? You know, that's that's where I'm kind of, I guess, wired differently, because I believe in going to the person instead of just going to other people and then drawing my conclusion on them. So, and that's all I've ever asked. You know, if you're going to help us with something, make your own mind up by coming in here, chatting with me, talking to me, not in another person's stream where they're over talking and they're stating this as a fact and that as a fact when it's really their opinion. You know, come in here and talk to me. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this out there. I'm not going to dox the person or anything. There is somebody that's in this chat right now that has said some absolute horrible stuff about me, has agreed with stuff that was said about me. Well, they have said stuff about me. I'm not going to say absolutely horrible because I can't remember everything that they said, but they've said that, went on another end of it instead of coming to me at one point and saying, hey, this happened. Can me and you talk about it? But once me and that person got in the same DM and started talking, their whole perspective changed. And mine did too, of that person. So it was a conversation between two adults that led to, okay, well, this is what happened, and this is why I turned against you. You've explained this to me. I'm sorry on my behalf. I apologize for what I did. They apologized for what they did. We had an adult conversation. Now, they could have went their own way and said, you know what, I'm not going to participate in this, but also I'm not going to, try to mend any fences. I'm not going to try to come into your lives. Shelby, I got to stop blocking before you get to them. I'm sorry. So, but we talked like adults. We had a conversation, and they've come into the live today and been fine. So it's my whole thing of all I've ever asked is if you want to come in here and find out about me, and at the end of it, you think I'm a horrible person, and you agree with these people, fine, go do that. At least you was smart enough to make your own decision. So y'all keep that same energy over there about your boy AJ Love, because his CA was in his bio also. So if Craig's CA being his bio makes him a scammer, then that means AJ is also a scammer, right? Anybody from awareness want to answer that one for me? Anybody from the other side? Feel free to answer that. Let's keep that same energy. We're going to call Craig out for that. Thank you, Greenway, for standing up and admitting that it was you. Well, we had an adult conversation. You know, I heard you out, you heard me out. And probably from the get go would have been a different situation if there wouldn't have been one mess up. Y'all hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to mute you guys. Shelby, will you please watch the door? I've got to go use the restroom really bad, guys. Now I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm back. Thank you, Shelby, for watching the door. And thank you, everybody, for just, man, y'all are a good group of people. Y'all don't get crazy. I was watching the conversation, though, but I'm not going to talk to you guys while I'm using the bathroom. You know, that's just very disrespectful, very rude, I think. Um, so that's just one thing I'm not going to do. Um, I did talk to y'all from the bathroom the other day because Angela had a phone call she had to take, and I was on a live, so I just went in there and shut the door and sat down. You know, uh, I don't have a prayer closet, so I do spend a lot of time in the bathroom in the mornings. You know, reading the Bible, saying some prayers. So when I'm back, I hope everybody stuck around for that little quietness. Let me go. And to address why people get blocked when they come in, that does seem like a big deal. Man, if you got that on your hands, bro, you should probably go wash them. Around here, we use toilet paper and wash our hands afterwards. So if you got that on yours, bro, you should probably go wash them. We'll wait. Go wash your hands. We'll still be here. Hey, Carrie. So, Carrie, we're just waiting for this guy to go wash his hands. Apparently, he got something on his hands and had to tell everybody. So we're just waiting on him to wash his hands. But listen, I'm going to address the situation with people being blocked or muted with low numbers. Don't take offense to it. Please, if you're coming in here with good intentions just to talk, get to know us, or if you're just passing through and you get blocked because you're new to TikTok and you're still trying to figure out, shoot a DM to me, shoot a DM to that creator or whoever it is that might block you, and be like, hey, this is what happened. And a lot of the times, I myself, I go back and I look at your page, I look at your followers, I look at your following, and if you're on the up and up, we welcome you back. And I'll reach out to my mods and I'm like, hey, this person was just new. They reached out to me, we talked, and everything stays hunky dory. Unfortunately, this is why we have to be this way. The trolls come in so much under fake accounts, and they will say stuff to try to get me banned. Like, just proved my point just then. One just popped up as I'm saying that. So that's a troll account. It has no followers. It has no followers or no following anybody. Most of the time they don't have a profile picture, but they're getting better. They're starting to use regular names with profile pics, and my mods are watching out for that. And when they see that, it's a red flag, and the person gets blocked. Um, there's basically no way to tell a difference between someone coming in and trolling and someone who is brand new. Um, they do a very good job. They put up with a lot when they're on here, doing the lives with me. They block a lot of people. They block a lot of trolls. Um, and if you feel like you've been blocked and you shouldn't have been, you're more than welcome to DM me. Sometimes the points get proven right when it happens, um, me or my mods, because I block too, guys. It's not just my mods. I'll block you too for that. I've blocked a lot. You know, it's not just them. Uh, they're doing what's asked of them. You know, so even that decision comes down from me. So it's solely on my shoulders. You know, this is what I'm asking them to do. Is to keep the trolls and stuff out. So that whole decision, no, every bit of them is, you know, don't come on here mad at a mod. Don't come on here. I've had people cuss a mod. I've had people cuss them out in DMs. It's all on my shoulders. It's my decisions because I can tell them right now not to block anybody, and my mods are great. They wouldn't block another soul for the rest of the night. So that decision comes down from me. I'll take 100% responsibility on anybody feeling like they've been blocked and they shouldn't have been. See, that proves the point, y'all. Go look at the David Carson one right there. It's a profile pic. It's that, but he's a troll. And that makes it hard on separating trolls from real people. So, if you feel like you've been blocked, you shouldn't have been blocked, please reach out to me. You want to be mad at somebody, be mad at me, because that's my decision for them to mod the room like this. They will do what I ask them to do with modding, and that's something I ask them to do. With that being said, I was really going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, if you are coming in here and you say, "Hey, I'm brand new and I got blocked," and you're on here on another account, why would you start 2 TikTok accounts at the same time? We can step a little bit further into this. If you get blocked on your first account and get blocked on your second account, and you come back in a third account and you say, "Hey, well, I'm just new to TikTok." Why do you have 3 accounts that you're new to TikTok with? CKA Grammy times 5. If this is not your cup of tea, you're more than welcome to scroll on past. Or you're more than welcome to stay in here, but I hope you wouldn't, if this isn't entertaining to you, I hope you please scroll on and find something that's going to entertain you tonight. Because heaven forbid, I would not want to, if this is your relaxation time, it's kicking back and watching a few videos on TikTok. I don't want you watching me if I'm not entertaining you. I'm not a very entertaining guy. I'm just a guy sitting here talking about how great his mods are. But yeah, if you're coming back in here with like on your third burner account and you're saying, "Hey, I'm brand new to TikTok," who signs up for an app 3 times and you're new to it on the first one? That's kind of a red flag for me. And I've told my mods, you see something like that, block them. And they do a fantastic job. So, if you have a problem with you got blocked, you can reach out to me. I've had people who got blocked and I blocked them. I knew I blocked them because of that, and they would make another account, come talk to me, and we talk for 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, they seem like, and then I unblock them, they come back in, and if, Lord, sometimes they get reblocked because I forget to go tell the mods, "Hey, I talked to this person, I unblocked them, they're coming back into the lives." And then we'll talk again because I didn't tell my mods that. And they can come in, they can talk, do whatever. I 100% forgot where I was at in that sentence. Dang, CKA Grammy, you left and came back just to say something else. Anyway, that's my outlook on it. I take full responsibility of how they mod it because I'm the one telling them this is what I want done, and they do it. They're great mods. You know, um, if they, and I've had them message me privately off the chat and be like, "Hey, this person, are we sure about blocking them?" I'm like, "Yeah, block them." So you're going to come into a DM because you was blocked. Be respectful. We can talk. Figure out why you was blocked. And then go. That's you're right. You do have the right to come leave and come back. But I mean, I just don't understand why somebody would not like the chat would come back. That's just the part I don't get. But everybody has the right to leave and come back as many times as they want, and to like the live as many times as they want, and to send roses to get us to the 25,000 rose mark, guys. We got to 1,100 roses. So the nails good over there? Biting them nails. We've been on for a while tonight, guys. Been a pretty good live. Learned a few things tonight about a few things. Anything anybody want to talk about? Hope Craig's calming down. That would have upset me too. It did upset me when they did the same to me. I'm gonna DM him after I get off here, make sure he's good. Well, when they said that about me, I know how mad it made me.
Right.
And these people on here don't even know who he is.
Mm-mm.
They just got mad because he exposed somebody who was back and forth. $35.6K likes, guys. Y'all think we can run that up to 40,000? Let's see if we can run it up to 40,000, guys. Connie's double tapping. Deborah was in here double tapping earlier. I think she had to give her thumb a rest. We've got an hour and 28 minutes to hit that goal. Don't know if we'll hit that goal or not, because I don't think I'll be on here for another hour and 20 minutes, guys. Be honest with you. That would make it almost a 5-hour live. No, math is wrong. Almost a 4-hour live. Still long. You had to give that thumb a break, though, didn't you? You was a tapping machine earlier. It only takes a few people to start tapping that screen and start running that number up there, guys. Deborah, you got to watch the tapper. If you set it for too fast and for too long, um, it will put a shadow ban on you. I don't know if you go live any or not, but it'll put a shadow ban on your account. Something that they started installing on the tappers because people was buying those tappers and making a burner account and watching their own live in the background with the other phone on mute, and would have like two or three different phones with those tappers on them, just running their numbers up. Johnny, they do not give you a time limit to stay live that I know of. I think you can pretty well stay live for as long as you want. It just gives me a time limit to hit the goals that I set. Yeah, they're neat. Um, Hang on one second. Hey, Temple, she's doing a little bit better. She's over here next to me. So, husband and the fur babies are out. No, now you just want to go to sleep. I get that. Gets quiet, you just want to go to sleep. So I get that. We're gonna have to put supper on here in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some chicken strips and some French fries. Whole bunch of French fries. The what I call them? French fries. Whole bunch of French fries. Awesome, Greenway. I think I think we're gonna call this a live and get supper fixed. Um, I've never had shepherd's pie.
I hadn't either, but I've always heard it was really good.
Vegan chocolate cake. All chocolate cake sounds good to me. Ever said dozing and get a big lick on the side of her face will poke her up. I've always wanted shepherd's pie, but I didn't want to try a frozen one, and that's all I see.
Yeah.
Like Gordon Ramsay has his stuff out now, and he's got like shepherd's pie on there, and it's like I want one homemade, like, but I don't know anybody who knows how to cook one. I'm sure they're easy to cook. So I'm sure Angela could cook it. Um, but I don't want to try something like I've been like that I've been wanting to try, and the first time I try it's frozen.
Yeah. I'll take it over and see.
So, but guys, we're going to get off here. We may jump back on a little bit after a while. talk, see what we can do about these roses.
I gotta get some more Balin
She's been watching that Balin out loud. 1,136 roses for this live. We got 4 heart me's and 1 hand heart. So definitely, I think. Listen, I might have to one night take you up on that, Carrie, and you tell me how to do it, and I just make it and make a good meal for Angela and be like, hey, here you go.
I don't want to cook.
Oh, it's obvious you know how to cook. I'll be on her bragging when you cook like meatloaf and stuff. I didn't watch the FedEx trial. I watched a clip of it, and it was just, it was pitiful. At least he got the harshest penalty he could have got. And from my experience from working inside a prison, the time in between the time he gets there to the time that they actually, put him down, he's going to have a long, long, horrible life, and he deserves every minute of it. He does. Every second that he gets in between checking in. Let me tell you something, Shelby. Gen Pop, protective custody, it doesn't matter. They'll get him. He'll go into the prison system. He'll run probably PC for a while, protective custody. They'll get him somewhere in there. Yard time, guard looks the other way or something, that happens. That stuff that you see in movies where these guards look the other way, it happens. He may not ever spend a day in general pop, but he will spend a horrible life in protective custody also. I would tell y'all some stories of what I've seen when I worked there, but I want to keep my TikTok account. So, and he deserves every bit of it. And anybody who says he doesn't, if somebody wants to argue that point that he doesn't deserve to be a prison wife for somebody and be passed around like a pincushion, and he doesn't deserve that to the unalive penalty, then please unfriend me, because I don't want to be around anybody who thinks this guy is okay. So I can tell you from my experience that 95% of these guys who goes in there with these crimes where they have done something to a child, live a horrible life. The other 5% ends theirs. So that's from my experience of seeing it happen. So, all right, guys, I'm getting off here. May jump back on after a while, after supper and everything. May not. I don't know. I'll probably be on sometime tomorrow, talk to everybody and see everybody. But guys, thank you everybody for the 38,800 likes. Thank you everybody for the 1,136 roses. Thank you, Deborah, for all of them that you sent. I know you was a pretty big sender tonight of those, and the Heart Me. I don't think Steve and the rest of them's in here that sent, but thank you everybody who sent, no matter how many you sent, but you sent 1 or 100. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We're going to jump off here. We're going to fix a little supper and watch some Balin out loud. And you guys have a good one.